Hello, I'm glad you can be with me for this time of Bible study. Today I have a message that I want to send out today, as it's the first day of school for many, and for some have already started and some will be starting shortly. To start off with, I want to wish all students and teachers and parents and school staff a happy and prosperous, profitable new school year, and I hope that the new school year will bring many good things to you. The lesson today I want to share with you is primarily for young people, but there's some things that us older people can learn from and apply to our lives as well in this new school year, and indeed for the rest of our lives. So I want us to look at 1 Timothy 4 verse 12. I'll be reading from the New King James Version of the Bible. It says, "Let no one despise your youth, but be an example to the believers in word, in conduct, in love, in spirit, in faith, in purity." Here, Paul is giving a charge to Timothy. Start doing the right thing even when you're young. Let no one hold it against you that you're young, but do what is right. So many times we tend to tell our young people to go out and live life and do the things that you can do when you're young while you're young, and sometimes that's not good advice. The truth is, start doing what is right when you're young, especially for those young people who have obeyed Christ and put him on in baptism. Remember what Ephesians 2 verse 10 tells us. It says, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared for us beforehand, that we should walk in them." We should walk in doing good, regardless of age. And so to the young people and to the older alike, I encourage you, be about that good, doing good, but remember to be careful whom you choose to follow. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 33 tells us, "Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits." When we run with bad people, we tend to fall into bad things. And that's why we read this here, that evil company corrupts good habits. But I want you to look at this from the other point of view too. We have a responsibility not to be that evil company. If there's plenty of evil company to fall in with, let's make sure we're not among that. Let's remember Acts 4 verse 36, where we read about Barnabas. We read that he was called Barnabas by the apostles, and Barnabas translates to son of encouragement. Be that kind of friend. Be a friend that encourages others to do what is right. Especially our young people will undergo a lot of peer pressure. There'll always be somebody there wanting you to go to this party that you have no business going to. They'll want you to drink this that you have no business drinking. They'll want you to partake of this or partake of that and do this and do that. There's all kinds of pressure put on young people and not so young people to do the wrong thing. We need to rise above it and do the right thing, and not only do the right thing, but encourage those that we are around to do right. The truth of the matter is, there is no regret in doing the right thing, but there's plenty of regret when we do wrong. When we do the wrong thing, sometimes we have to suffer the consequences of that wrongdoing. For those who have sex before they ought to, you may have to deal with the birth of a baby that you did not plan for. And that even though you can be forgiven of the sin, you can't remove that consequence. For one who would drink and drive, if you are to injure or kill somebody, you can be forgiven. But the consequence of that action, the death or injury you caused, is not removed. For those who might spread a rumor about somebody or gossip about somebody, the harm you do to that person's reputation, the feelings that you hurt, may not ever be able to be patched up. Think about it. When we do wrong, there is a consequence to it, and that consequence cannot be removed. So set about doing right so you have no regret. And one more thing I want to say about regret. There's no regret in doing the right thing, but there's plenty of regret in doing the wrong thing and in not doing what is right. I was once young, and the thing that I regret most about my youth is the times that I should have done what was right and didn't. I regret the times when I should have been a better influence on my friends, and I wasn't. You don't want to live with that same regret. And so I encourage you to be the encourager, to be an encourager for good. Have a great school year, everybody. We're certainly praying that you'll do just that. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Goodbye, and God bless.